Peace, world, peace. Welcome or welcome back to Goddess Dawn Speaks. I am Goddess Dawn, the warrior, and I'm here with another headline. And I'm talking about Quality Control, the label, has now been acquired by Scooter Braun's Hybe America for $320 million. Pierre P. Thomas responds to the sellout shade. So Quality Control is or was an independent label. I guess you could say it's a hip hop label with artists like the Migos, or formerly known as the Migos, now Quavo and Offset. Offset is now even fighting to get his independence from the label with help from his wife Cardi B. Aside from them, who else is on that label? I think Yachty is on the label, City Girls, and Lil Baby. Pretty nice, solid little roster. But they sold the label for $320 million to Scooter Braun and his company. Scooter Braun, he started out, well, from what I remember, as Justin Bieber's manager. And from there, he has made boss moves, like buying Taylor Swift's catalog, things of that nature. I think this is a trend as of late. These artists have been selling their catalogs, and it seems to me on the cheap. But, artists like Future, artists like even Michael Jackson, I think, had at one time bought the Beatles catalog. So this is not a new situation. But I guess what I didn't realize until further discovery, it's not the artists choosing to cash out on their catalogs. It is actually these label owners playing chess and making deals and cashing out on these artists. And so if the artist is getting 200 million, how much do you think the owner of the masters, the owner of these labels are getting? I would say at least 3 times as much, if not more. So in this scenario, it is the artist who loses, because instead of getting your ongoing residuals, you're going to get a cap, a payout, a lump sum. So invest wisely. But I'm going to read the story. Pierre P. Thomas and Kevin Coach K. Lee's Quality Control was acquired for $300 million by Scooter Braun-led Hybe America, and people have lots of opinions about it. Since day one, we have had a front row seat to the story of Quality Control music and its beginnings. The label, led by P and Coach K, has undeniably been a force in music. The label began with an alley-oop from Gucci Mane, who discovered the Migos, who went on to carry QC to new heights. Over the past decade, QC has given us Lil Yachty, City Girls, Lil Marlo, and the current MVP, Lil Baby. Now, according to Variety, P and Coach K are entering their next chapter by selling Quality Control to Hybe America with help of CEO Scooter Braun. Reportedly, the deal is valued at around $320 million in cash and stock options, and the deal came together via Scooter's relationship with Coach K and P. Scooter Braun has a deep history in Atlanta, getting his start promoting in the city and working under So Def 2 decades ago. Okay, didn't know that. Under the deal, QC's artists will continue its affiliation with Universal Music Group. I am so proud and honored to have Coach and P join Bang and I as our partners. This is coming from Scooter Braun in announcing the deal. QC is one of the most significant independent labels in the world, working with incredible artists who are and remain to be the voices of culture. I'll never forget riding around Atlanta over 20 years ago with Coach, discussing our dreams and ambitions and how we said, if they let us in the game, we're never going to give it back. Now, all these years later, we are joining forces to make these dreams a reality. Hybe are perfect partners for Quality Control as we come together to take our story and work global. All of Hybe's leaders are entrepreneurs with phenomenal combined history, finding talent and taking it to the highest levels. Taking QC worldwide requires key partners like this who understand building something from the bottom and aiming sky high. It matters to us greatly, their grasp of culture and acutely seeing what QC has built and the limitless path of where it can go. That was coming from P. Over many years, Scooter and I have cultivated a real trust and common way of looking at the world and culture. An added bonus of this partnership is the fact that both QC and Hybe have existing relationships with the UMG family, and that will create an easy flow that will benefit the artists. The artists of QC are focused, and their best interests will be incredibly supported with this partnership. Hybe holds a 70% non-male staff, and rumors suggest former CEO of Motown Ethiopia, Habta Mariam, could join the staff. She was a critical piece in the success and growth of Quality Control over the years. Amid news of the new partnership, Pierre Thomas has denied selling out and instead says he's selling in. Stop thinking people are selling out, wrote the music exec. Instead, see people are selling in and see that you are building something to create more for everybody. Okay, so Quality Control says they're buying in and not selling out. And learning that he and Scooter Braun actually have a 20-year-long or more relationship in this game, it speaks volumes, and it actually changes my perspective on this deal. Okay, so these are people who have been building together over the years and who have made a commitment to one another and have fulfilled that commitment and are seemingly continuing to build with each other. I actually think that's a beautiful thing. You know, having myself some history as far as blogging and music and all of that, and having had relationships that are no longer in the business. And, you know, it's important to cultivate these things if you want to actually complete the mission. And it's good to see that people are able to do it. I'll just have to say. So at this point, Hybe America has control over Quality Control. And they spent a pretty little penny getting it done. And Scooter Braun, we know him as the deal maker, right? He's been making a name in the industry for a very long time. And it looks like he's just making bigger and badder moves. When I say bad, I mean Michael Jackson's bad, not the actual term bad. But anyway, the history that I've seen as far as the cashing out hasn't been people who have had relationships, people who have a passion about the business. It's more so been, I would say, leaders from outside, foreign even, agencies coming over to the US to acquire the goods, properties, talent, all of that. And specifically speaking about China, there has been recorded records and proof of China buying things up over here. And with the latest spy balloon situation that has happened recently, I mean, is this something to be concerned about? Despite the relationship between Scooter Braun and P from Quality Control, it does seem that this theme of these foreign agencies buying out these American companies is still the story here. They almost got me, but that's what's happening. These relationships are being made so that these moves can be made. Scooter Braun, I'm sure, met these people in a networking capacity or a referral capacity in the business. And now they're partners, or Scooter Braun is on the board, and he has helped them to navigate their way through hip hop. So with Scooter Braun at the helm and now Quality Control under the umbrella, I don't doubt that there are going to be more deals like this. I mean, at some point, China might own the whole country. Okay, talent, property, media. What else? The government is next, right? And that is where that spy balloon comes in. Probably why they were trying to get secrets or whatever it is they were doing. Whatever it is they were doing, Biden let it go for 4 or 5 days before he did anything. I'm just saying. All right. Well, I'm going to end this. I just wanted to give this story. I thought it was interesting. And I'll be back with another one sometime soon. Till then, peace. Ooh, and before you go, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel, child. I appreciate you greatly. Bye.
God is dawn. Like and subscribe. Comment something nice. Love in this light. Here's God is dawn. God is dawn. God is dawn.